Hello there. My name is Justin, and welcome to Errant Venture Radio. I'm going to take this opportunity to make a quick introduction for both myself and the channel. I have been a fan of Star Wars for just about as long as I can remember. I was first introduced to the series as a child, and I can vividly recall watching the old special editions of the original trilogy on VHS for hours and hours at a time. I can remember seeing the prequel trilogy in theaters, and that leading into a lifelong interest in the wider expanded universe. To be honest, if you're the kind of person who has managed to find this channel, then my experiences with Star Wars have probably been pretty close to yours. While my enthusiasm for the galaxy far, far away has ebbed and flowed at various parts of my life, it has always been there, like a comfortable sweatshirt or a favorite blanket. I'm not going to pretend that I love every piece of Star Wars media that has ever been produced, but something about this setting has made me come back to the saga time and time again. In terms of the Legends versus canon debate that has occasionally divided the Star Wars community, I can safely say that I sit pretty squarely on the fence. As a lifelong fan of the extended universe, it should be no surprise that I've read literally hundreds of EU books and comics, and I've spent literally hundreds of hours playing various EU games. At the same time, I won't allow nostalgia to totally cloud my mind, and I can recognize that the old EU definitely had some serious rough spots. Anyone who has ever read the Callista trilogy or the Bounty Hunter Wars will know exactly what I'm talking about. And while I make no secret of the fact that I had some serious issues with the prequel trilogy, I still appreciate a lot of what Disney has put out since they've taken over the series. This is hardly an original opinion, but I feel that Rogue One, Rebels, Andor, and The Mandalorian have been on par with anything Lucasfilm produced while George Lucas was at the helm. Now that I've said a little bit about myself, I want to tell you a little bit about Errant Venture Radio. Starting a Star Wars YouTube channel is an idea that has been bouncing around in my head for quite a while, and after receiving some encouragement from family over the holiday season, I decided to take the jump and make my idea a reality. Now, the obvious question that may come to mind when you hear about someone starting yet another Star Wars YouTube channel is why? After all, even a cursory examination of the site should reveal that not only is there a plethora of Star Wars content producers on YouTube, but that interest in Star Wars has been steadily declining since Episode 9. And to that, I can only say that I'm not making this channel for an imagined audience that may or may not exist, nor do I have any expectations of achieving the same kind of popular success that some YouTubers have enjoyed while covering Star Wars. This channel is really for one person only, and that's me. I plan to use this channel as a space to explore my thoughts regarding the Star Wars galaxy. I'm the kind of guy who has opinions regarding the failure of the New Republic's constitution to create a powerful enough chief executive to maintain proper governments, or the obvious ethical ramifications of creating the Grand Army of the Republic. And the simple fact of the matter is, there are only so many people in my life I can share these thoughts with. In addition, I'm hoping to making these video-style essays where I explore particular concepts in the Star Wars universe. I also am going to use this channel to review various Star Wars media. I hope that by examining various books, films, and shows with a more critical eye, I can gain a deeper appreciation for them. Before I end this video, I want to take a quick moment to explain the name. For those who don't know, in Star Wars Legends, the Errant Venture was an Imperial II Star Destroyer, which fell into the hands of the notorious smuggler Booster Terrik during the Galactic Civil War. Booster heavily modified the vessel, painting the hull red and turning the battleship into a mobile gambling house, hotel, and shadowport. I always loved the character of Booster, and the idea of him flying the stars in his warship turned casino has stuck with me ever since I read the X-Wing series. But while I love the Errant Venture and its captain, that's not the whole reason I chose to name my channel Errant Venture Radio. Because to be errant is to be straying from the proper course, often in search of adventure. And I like to think that's exactly what I'm doing with this channel. As something of an introvert, I'm not one for speeches or presentations, and making a Star Wars channel is a far cry away from my actual career. But I like to think I'm setting out an adventure all the same, and I invite every one of you who's listening to come on this venture with me. Thanks for listening, and may the Force be with you.